So we're going to get on to swatching now, and having shaken them all up, I am a little bit worried about what this funny thing on the inside of the pink one is. And on the pink in particular, all the dark colour seems to be there and not up there, so we'll give it a go. So yeah, I forgot to prime them. Back in a mo. There's always one pen in a set, isn't it? And I think it's going to be the pink in this one. I'm doing 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and it's coming down quite quickly. It's really funny because when you get to the first 3, it kind of all floods, and then it takes a few minutes just to get right down to the bottom. This one's a little bit more temperamental. And the poor white one always gets left till last. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? Probably won't show up on the paper. But I do a lot of Zentangle art. So I do use black paper sometimes, and got it on the table. The white will come in useful for that. So let's see how good these colours are then. Oh, quite like a buttery yellow. This orange. Oh, I should show you how wide the strokes are as well. Also, if you go really quickly, you can get a nice thin stroke. Let's just do the same here. I suppose if you press even harder, you get an even thicker stroke. So you can get some line variation, which is good news, like this naughty pink. Baby pink, isn't it? So let's do a thick one. Oh, that's even thicker again. I suppose it depends on how quickly the ink is coming out of the nib. I'm liking these colours, and once you've got them started, the flow is really nice. Still not sure what that funny bit is in the pink one though. Coverage is good, and you can see, I think there's going to be a bit of a colour shift when they dry, especially on that purple, lilac, whatever you call it. Let's see if I can get away with. I was trying to do it without the tail, but hey, there goes. Oh, got it on the table again. Oh, I like that one. Kind of like a minty, greeny blue. Probably don't do what I'm doing. Make sure you put the lids on, then you don't get the paint everywhere. But so far, I'm liking these. Although, I don't know if you can see that. I'm not sure if I've got a bit of a split nib on the green. Let's try that again. Oh no, it's okay. Right, let's try the white. Oh, where it had dried, where the dot had dried, it's kind of picky. Sticky, I mean, not picky. Early in the morning. So those are all the colours. Good coverage. As for the paper, it hasn't gone through to the other side, and there is a little bit of bubbling, warping. Can you see there? Dimpling where you've kind of scribbled on it. Nothing where it's just the lines, that seems okay. So let's see I can't do the white over those darker colours just yet because there's a slight sheen, so they're still quite wet. But let's see what it looks like over the yellow. Oh, yep. Nice. Yeah. And it hasn't picked up anything on the nib. Liking these. Usually when I use other paint pens, like Posca's, I'm using them on wood and glass. I don't often just use them for paper. So it will be interesting to have a proper play with these. And there's a lovely idea in the book, which I will show you in just a moment when I've put all the lids back on, because I don't trust myself with these pens. I've already stained the table. So if you watched my unboxing video, you will probably know that I was a little bit disappointed that this isn't the usual A4 paper. When I thought about it afterwards, I did actually realise that with these paint markers, you probably don't want to be doing huge pieces of work anyway on A4 paper, because it's a lot of paint, isn't it? So I wondered if that was why they did it. Anyway, here's what they've got in the book about what you get. And then here is an example before the pen is shaken and after. Mine shook all okay, and like I said, it was really easy to I just did 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and most of them started working again. So, not being an expert in paint pens in the way they're probably meant to be used, I am going to try this really simple tutorial that they've got in the book, which is basically, I think even I can do this, just draw some very basic shapes, let them dry, and then make them into shapes with faces or things. So let's see what we can do. Let's do a nice bit of free flow to give us a good idea as well of the sound a bit scratchy actually. This will be a good test for the paper, because obviously when you do the little swatches at the top there, then it doesn't really pill the paper or anything like this. So this is cartridge paper, 140 GSM. So there's my yellow blob. I'll show you a bit of a close-up of it. I've got some lines where maybe I haven't pumped up enough ink, I don't know. Let's try something a bit more with the orange. Oh, let's go triangles this time. Ooh. So I splodged a splodge of paint out. Don't know if you meant to do that. These nibs do feel a bit scratchy on the paper. And I've been very careful to keep the paper the right way up, because sometimes I have by the right way up, I mean I've taken it out of the pad and placed it down in the same way that the side was up on the pad. I have a horrible habit sometimes of turning it upside down or forgetting which way is the right side to use. A little tiny teeny dot just there. What should we go for now? Let's do a trapeze. I already see a dog's face in this. So yeah, these are quite scratchy. They are lovely colours, I will say that. Nice and vibrant. Let's see, that little bit's still there in the pink. Should we have a star? And this pink is quite a pale pink when it comes out, but I don't know if you can see, probably been out of camera shot there, but can you see around the edges? It dries quite a bit darker than the ink is coming out of the pen. Looks like a happy star. Let's do a circle. Not quite a circle. As an ex-maths teacher, I should have been better than that, but there we go. I think the secret to not letting the paper pill with the little like blobby bits of paper that might come up with some paint markers is to try and just go over it one time. But like I said, I'm not an expert. I do like these colours, but again, can you see that's drying quite a lot darker than it was originally. Let's do a rainbow shape since we've got rainbow colours. I'm trying really hard to not look at the book for ideas of shapes. So I know I haven't done a square, so let's do, I'm not going to call it an exact square, it's a rectangular shape. As a maths teacher, I used to get really cross when people called a square, when people called a rectangle a square. And then I can remember when we were learning triangles, when I was teaching those, we'd get the children spelling out isosceles triangles by going I-S-O-S-C-E-L-E-S, because the rhythm helped them to learn. So what shape have I not got? I've not got a hexagon. I've not really got another wibbly wobbly shape, so let's just do another. Ooh. Now, that looks like a shoe. And again, I do like this colour, it's very nice. I don't know if these nibs soften up after you've used them for a while. They are quite stiff and scratchy. One of the other things it does say in the book is about if you are using it on glass, then it will rub off. So not permanent on glass. I don't think I'm going to do a shape with the white one because clearly not going to show up, is it? So let's have another jiggy jaggy shape. I see an angry cockatoo. What do you see? I'll turn it upside down so I don't get my hands on any of those bits there. And this green is a lot darker than it kind of looks in the tube. Not a bad thing, just an observation. And now we wait till it dries. What faces can you see? There's more really interesting projects to try at the back of the book, and what I really like is, on this one, I don't know if you can see, you can actually see how wrinkly the paper has gone. Not wrinkly, but bubbly, where it's not lying flat. And I guess they could have edited that out, but they haven't done. So that's good to know. Some lovely projects, including one with shoes. I might try that. I've got a pair of white plimsolls. I might try that later. Anyway, back to the faces. So let's see how well these layer on top of each other. Oh, I've made a sad face. Ha, tricked you. Let's see how the light purple goes on top. What face can I see here? I see somebody with one eye partly closed and one eye kind of open. Oh no, I'm falling into the trap of making red an angry colour. Let's just go over that a bit more, I think, because it hasn't quite caught. Let's make it a quizzical face. No, I can't leave that eye like that. It's going to have to have a bit underneath, so it doesn't look so silly. There's a tiny little bit of red come off on there, but it'll soon clean off. It's not an issue. What about Mr. Blue? It's going to have some triangle eyes. And a long triangle nose. And a wide triangle mouth. You see, it's a bit hard to get fine details, but you can, it's a bit fiddly for my liking, but you can put them into a paint palette and then use a brush. I guess you could also water them down. I haven't tried any of that yet, and I won't be doing it today neither. So I said I saw an angry bird, didn't I? No, is that the beak or that the beak? I think that's the beak. So let's put the eye there. Wibbly wobbly eyebrow. I should have some jaggy teeth. Couldn't resist it. Maybe it's a dinosaur. This is actually quite a fun way to test out these supplies as well, because you can see what's going to layer on top. When I did the orange, oh, let's try the red on the purple. Oh, I know. Spiralize. So that one went that way, so this one's got to go the other way. And a little button nose. Oh, got a little bit on me. That orange wasn't quite dry. And what kind of mouth shall we do for you? Let's try doing smiley mouth. Probably noticed I'm being very random about what colours I'm putting with what colours here. So this one reminds me of that star creature under the sea. I don't know who it is because I don't really watch the cartoons. But let's give this one some blue shoes. This blue's coming out really fast actually. Sorry, I shook the camera then. And a blue hat. And a nose. And a mouth. I suppose, should they have a belt? Let's see. I haven't been shaking them each time, so I hope they're all okay. I'll turn this one around. Oh. Let's do a shocked mouth. Lo and behold. I haven't used the green yet, have I? What other colour have I not used yet? Red, orange, yellow, pale pink, lilac. I think the green's going to be too close on them, so let's go on this one here. So let's do some triangle spirals. Oh no, I've got blue on me. I think that's obviously going to be one thing to watch out for, is how long they take to dry, so you don't get them all clustered up. Yeah, on this one, what shall we do? Button nose. have a quick play with them. You can see how wet some of them are when they're on top of each other. Quite had fun with that. Anyway, thanks Artful. I'm going to read more about some of these wonderful artists in here now. Beautiful work. I really like that one. I might try that, not with these paint pens, but with maybe watercolour or something. I think this is actually a screen print, so I'll have a... Oh no! Looks like he's actually used markers. Okay, I'll have a look. Anyway, thanks for watching and thanks Artful. Bye.